Live from the Legion M Fan Lounge in beautiful downtown San Diego at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, it's the Nighttime Show. Our very special guest today, Production Supervisor of Product Development at National Entertainment Collectibles Association, better known as NECA, Stefan Folkins. With us, as always, is Matt Walker, our illustrious producer. I am the voice of the Nighttime Show, Mike Black, and our host with the most, and by most I mean toys. And if you have the most toys, you also have the most calories. Put your hands together for Stephen Kramer Glickman.
I mean, I guess that's true. Thank you.
I don't
You
think
gotta eat.
I don't think you have more toys than Mike Black.
I'm pretty sure he has more toys.
More toys. And
Who has the more calories?
more calories also.
Also, most likely.
I'm lagging well behind both on both categories.
You are.
Yes.
But
That's
don't
a
be
good
proud
thing.
of that.
That's
Don't be
a-
proud
I
of
need
that.
to pick up the slack.
You got to pick it up.
What you lack in toys, you make up for in cooking ability, I guess. He
Baking.
knows how to make muffins.
And
Pies.
Pies and
Yes.
muffins.
And penis size. The point is, Mike Black on my 35th birthday. Mike Black shows up to my birthday party, and he walks in. He's the only person who walks in with an action figure.
Oh, my gosh.
Everyone else, I'm 35 years old. That's pretty fucking old. And at the time I was like, oh,
Was it
I'm
a present
35.
for you?
For me, I was like, well, I walk in and I was like, oh, I'm getting, like a T-shirt or I'm getting a keychain, little shit like this, And he walks up to me and he goes, I got a special present for you. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And at this point, as we were talking about before, I only collected 1980s Star Wars action figures. I had a couple of Superpowers toys and some vinyl figures because that was a thing. I had some of that bullshit, Kid Robot stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he goes, I know that you like Star Wars, and I thought you would like this. Before Boba Fett was given his costume, he was given this. This was his outfit, and it was the white Boba Fett toy.
The Walgreens exclusive.
The Walgreens
prototype.
Black Series 6-inch exclusive.
And
yeah.
I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And then he followed that up with he also gave me, the same night, he gave me the NECA Batman that was the video game purple and blue.
Oh, yes, the NES Batman.
Oh,
Keaton
my
Batman,
God.
yeah.
And I, as a fan of DC and a fan of Batman, I fucking lost my mind. I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And the color scheme was just so cool and weird. I still have it to this day in the same place when I got
Those
it.
are
where
some
he got
good
it.
gifts.
I will say
You better bring them every year,
Well,
right?
he
Say what
hooked
you
me on
want.
it,
Yeah.
Yes.
and now I have a massive collection.
Say what
because
you
of it.
want about action figure collecting or what have you. People are too old, this, that, whatever. It is a baller move to bring anyone a present on their birthday that is an action figure because it locks into their childhood.
Yes.
And they're like, most people around
Nostalgia.
30-ish, they start thinking, things are over for me. It's not that great. I have lower back pain to look forward to and stuff like that. They open something like that and they're like, there's still fun out there.
Yeah.
There's still good times.
Yeah.
There's still,
Nostalgia's a powerful thing.
it really is.
There's a Predator that you guys did that had parts of it were glow in the dark.
Yes.
And my cousin, who is like a tax attorney, is very, very serious. For his birthday, I got him one for his birthday. And I said to him, I'm getting this for you on the condition that you take it out of the package and put it on your shelf. And he was like, where am I going to put it? And he has it on his desk in his office, and it's very serious, big, 30th floor office building in Beverly Hills, and he loves it. And it brings so much joy to people. Toys are like
cool.
everything.
Toys are cool. And they
Hell
relate
yeah.
to the movies that we love. So it's all connected. You see the movie, you remember where you were, with whom you were. I remember every single action figure, where I got it from, who gave it to me, my father, Christmas, what year. I mean, you hold on to those memories,
Yeah, that's
now,
totally
we just
true.
had the stars of the movie Clerks on our podcast, and we were curious, will there ever be some Clerks merchandise coming from NECA?
Maybe not from NECA. I know a couple other companies that have done it through the years, especially in the last couple years. I think Diamond Select has done a lot of Clerks merchandise. But from NECA,
so no from
probably
NECA.
not.
That's a no.
Well,
I failed in my pitch.
Well, Clerks had the in-action figures for a while. They're the ones that were just figures that did not move at all.
Yeah,
right.
They're like
Staction
purposefully lazy.
figures,
Yeah.
No, NECA is a massive company, and for you. You seem like a pretty young guy.
I'm 20. I'm 28. Yeah.
Mother of pearl. How did you? So
I started 7
Tell me
years
about
ago.
your life. How did you end up at NECA? Where are you from originally?
Well, I'm from Canada originally, and
That's where I'm from.
No way.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Brunswick, Canada.
London, Ontario.
No way.
Hey!
My ex-girlfriend was from London, Ontario. I've been there. It's very nice.
It's very sweet.
Very nice. Very clean.
We're very nice
Very nice.
people,
Yeah, I
Canadians.
know.
And then we
Absolutely.
apologize to everyone else. Sorry
Oh,
for talking about Canada.
Sorry.
No, he says it the same way you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tomorrow.
sorry.
That's
Tomorrow,
Why
yeah.
say tomorrow.
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 Look at that. We're like
Sorry,
twins
we're
at this point.
twins.
It's
That's why we're getting
tomorrow.
along so well. Steven and
Tomorrow.
Stefan. Tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow.
Canadians.
Anyway, 7 years ago, I joined NECA because I was in love with the NECA stuff. I collected Star Wars when I was young in the 90s. My vintage is Power of the Force. You know, the 90s.
All the
one.
ripped ones.
The
the
ripped
steroid.
ones. Those are that's my vintage, right?
Even Princess Leia was
Even
ripped.
Princess Leia was
Yeah.
ripping through her dress. The He-Man Star Wars figures,
That's
you know.
basically, yeah.
C-3PO had muscles.
Oh, even
Yeah.
C-3PO.
Oh,
R2-D2 was
God.
jacked.
You think you're kidding, but that was the truth.
Yeah, that is totally true.
Yoda just
Yeah.
had guns on him.
Yoda was
the gun show you will see.
Gun show. Anyway, so yeah, I collected NECA.
Positive gains I've made.
Low carb diet I'm on. And I collected NECA through my early teens, 12, 13, 14. That's when NECA started to get really big after Hellraiser.
Yeah.
So 2001, 2002, Hellraiser hit, and then they did Pirates of the Caribbean and Harry Potter and all these Lord of the Rings kind of action figures.
And those Pirates of the Caribbean figures were sick.
Oh, yeah,
That
absolutely.
they were doing back then.
The
you know.
detailing and the deco work, the washes, the paint applications, it was incredible.
And
for
this
back
was
then.
pre-face scan, so they
Yes.
were just sculpting.
It
These are
was
just
all
sculptors.
sculpting. And, you know, up until extremely recently, where we get things from studios, the last 2, 3, 4 years, it's all been traditional at NECA.
Wow.
They've
Yeah.
all sculpted by hand with Castelline and clay using tools, and we have incredible guys doing this stuff. And sometimes now we'll get the 3D scans from the studio that are provided. It's not like we ask for
Sure.
them. But anyway, I started collecting NECA, and I started doing dioramas because my collection was so huge.
What?
So
when I
would you
was-
buy dollhouse furniture
No.
to put in there?
When I was 10 years old, I had so many Star Wars figures. I said, Dad, look at this magazine. There's a Jabba the Hutt's playset. Can we build it? So my dad, who knew woodworking, taught me how to do the dioramas.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So when I was young, I'd started doing these dioramas. I took a break. I had a girlfriend or whatever. Then I came back into it because of NECA. I started doing these dioramas for NECA. I did an Evil Dead cabin. I did Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. I did all kinds of horror
that's
stuff.
so cool.
And I tweeted NECA Toys, and I had no idea that it was Randy Falk, head of product development, in charge of NECA, basically, who ran the Twitter personally. He tweeted it out, retweeted, and said, "We need to work together. Where are you?" etc. At the time, I just finished my second year university, and I was going down for my master's degree in New York. And he said we need to work together, so I started building dioramas for NECA 7 years ago.
Holy shit.
And since then, I've been, for dioramas for the Comic-Cons, for toy fairs, for photography, photo shoots, etc. And then 3 years ago, we lost our production guys on the China side. Two guys went to different companies, and I stepped in. And for the last 3 years, I've handled the production supervision on everything we do.
Oh my God.
So you travel to the factories and
I
make
travel to
everything-
China 35 weeks a year, and constantly back and forth on 16-hour flights.
Dude,
And,
that's amazing.
it's pretty wild. Yeah, it's an incredible experience.
Yeah, you've got the air of somebody that is. You're 28?
I'm 28.
Yeah, you don't have an air of a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
Most of the 28-year-olds I know are like, I'm going to take a bird scooter. And I'm going to take it down to Urban Outfitters.
Most 28-year-olds
Where
haven't
I
had
work.
to deal
Where
with,
I work at Urban Outfitters.
most 28-year-olds haven't had to deal with the Chinese mafia shutting their factory down.
fucking
absolutely.
A, Jesus.
We've lost a factory before, and it's a wild situation. Let me tell you, it's a wild situation.
You know, it's so funny. I did not. I had no idea that you had done dioramas for them.
Yes,
and
sir.
and I
NECA Dios on Instagram.
the
NECA
reason
Dios.
the reason that this schmuck to my right, this redheaded schmuck here, made the
Ginger,
doll
come on,
furniture.
Ginger.
Made the doll furniture comment is because I just built with my girlfriend. We teamed up. Because I had built a diorama for the Punisher, so here's what happened. So Punisher, Mezco
Yes,
Punisher
112.
comes out, right?
Yep.
112 comes out. So I was like, I get it, right? And then it's got all the guns. It comes with all the guns and all the things.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is so cool, right? And I was like, I got to build a little diorama for it, right?
It demands it.
It demands it. So I had some foam core laying around. I painted it, with my stuff, and I made a little door frame, and I was like, I got a little thing. It kind of looks like shit, but it's kind of cool. It's okay because it's Punisher, and he's kind of a piece of shit. So it's like
he's got
if it's a bad environment.
It's a worn down garage, whatever he is.
Right.
Yeah, he's fine.
Sure.
So then I do that, so I'm like, oh, now what I need, I need a table to put the stuff on. So I'm like, I need a table and chairs.
Yeah.
So I go on, eBay, and I find a table that is from like a WWE, like one of those tables that breaks.
Absolutely.
So I get one of those, and then I get 2 folding chairs that comes with it.
Also
right.
WWE.
That's like, but maybe $10 or something like this. So I order it in. It arrives. Someone steals the package.
From your
From my
doorstep?
condo. I live in a condo, so it goes to the little office. Someone steals the package from the office. So I'm pissed, right? I'm pissed. I go to the
They
man.
are probably really surprised at what the hell was in that.
Well,
video.
here's what happens. So I go to the man who runs our unit, and I go, excuse me, I am very, very upset, sir, who you run this whole mailing office. Someone stole my package. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, what was in it? I go, a table and chairs. And he goes, well, that's a pretty big package to have stolen. We have cameras. We can look. What day was it? And I go, well, it's actually a small package. And he goes, but it's a table and chairs. That's a big package, Stephen. And I go, well, these were small. They were very small for toys. And he goes, what are you talking about? And I go, it's a toy. It's a table and chairs for toys. All right, it's a table and chairs. I'm making a little diorama for toys. And he goes, are you talking? Is this doll furniture? I go, it's for a diorama. Okay, it's for a diorama.
Sir, have you lost your doll furniture?
Yeah, that's literally what happened. Turns out it was in my mailbox. The point is,
Because it was a small enough package to fit in your mailbox.
small that it fit.
the point is that I told.
You outed yourself to the.
Not only did I owe myself to him, I was so mad at the time. I posted it on our Facebook group to our whole condo place,
geez.
saying that I had a package
Someone had stolen your
so
doll
people
furniture.
keep walking up to me at the complex, going, "Oh my God, did they ever find your table and chairs? It must have been so big to have stolen." And I'm like,
Punisher must be so tired of standing. So long.
tired of standing. So then I have
Sit down.
a Doctor Strange, big Doctor Strange stuff with all of his things. So my girlfriend and I teamed up and we built a room of the Sanctum Sanctorum together.
Wow.
We sunk about $100 in materials into it,
Oh, wow.
but we did
Stephen,
the
are you
floor.
being a little conservative about
There's
your
a chance.
estimates?
250. I'm going with 250.
We did wallpaper. We did a fireplace that's working fireplace.
Oh,
we did
my
lights
gosh.
on the walls. But I was like looking at NECA's dioramas and the history of their stuff. You're no joke, man. You do some really serious things.
It's been it's been wild, and we've been able to over the past couple years, especially, we've been able to release some of them.
Whoa!
Last year at Comic-Con, we had the diorama for sale. We did a city street.
Of course.
Yeah,
a
the
city
Turtles
street-
one.
Don't
Yeah.
you
The
have
turtle
one?
one, which we designed as a prototype 3 years ago, and then I worked with China to make it, 3D model, and we tooled it in plastic, and then we finally released it first as an exclusive at Comic-Con, sold out completely with the turtle sets, and then in February we released it to retail, a different deco, released it to retail, completely sold out. People can use them. It's not only for NECA. People can use these dioramas for whatever, Marvel's Legends, 112. Everybody collects just toys,
Right,
So,
yeah.
so we made it generic enough that it should appeal to people who collect anything. You don't have
Yeah.
to just collect Predators and Aliens or Michael Myers,
It's a great display.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I made sure to design it with multi-layers so it can hold like 35 figures. It's not too wide that it takes up your shelf space. It's tall. So you're actually using vertical distance for your figures. You can put figures inside, and it snaps together, all customer assembly. So, we've been very fortunate to be able to do that. And
very easy to hook lighting up inside it and stuff like that.
Well, you look at a company like Hasbro, who's got HasLab, who's trying to do bigger and crazier things. For you guys, and they have to get fans to pay for them to even do it. You guys are taking those chances and making crazy stuff. Now, for example, you brought two pretty crazy things with you.
I did. Some samples. I brought a Predator. This is the Golden Angel Ultimate Predator.
Oh, my God.
And this is the Ultimate Aliens Warrior from 1986.
Oh, my God.
So our Ultimates is a line that's been growing and growing the last 5 years especially. They come with multiple heads. They come with premium packaging with a fold-open window frame there. And tons of accessories and hands and all kinds of stuff. So
this Predator is he's like a neonish green. Here,
he's the Golden Angel, which is the young elder from P2. They did a comic about Elder's adventures when he was young. At the end of Predator 2, the Elder hands Danny Glover the gun.
Yeah.
1816. He's like,
you have it here.
Yeah, and Dark Horse did a comic based on a young version of him. So we decided to do a figure, and our Predator line is insane. We have 100 Predators now.
I was going to say, you have to have close to
100. We have 100 Predators now, and we have...
Mike, how many of the Predators do you have?
Not 100.
Which of those two are you going to keep, Mike, and which one do I get?
I'm keeping this
You're keeping
one,
Predator?
Because I didn't know he was the Elder Predator before.
That's right.
But,
he comes with the 3 heads, too.
Yeah, and he'll go in front of the alien skull diorama that you built. That I bought from...
That's right.
We released the trophy wall. We released the trophy wall from P2,
cool.
And... but
that's so rad. Thank you so much for bringing us samples.
Guys.
I'm freaking out.
I probably have somewhere in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because I've just been getting them as they come out.
Yeah.
And most of them, there are very few that I haven't picked up.
Yeah.
It's just every once in a while one slips through the cracks.
Yeah,
there's only so much you can do.
And we've released Dutch from the Predator film originally, and we've done all kinds of different things. We've done Hawkins.
I showed
last
Mike
Comic-Con.
Glazer the water emergence Predator.
Oh, yes.
That has like the lightning effects.
Absolutely.
Where his camo's shorting out.
Didn't you build a Paul Reiser action figure?
I did. I built a
before it was
Berth
done
because I didn't
from
think
Aliens.
they were going to make one.
And we did.
And then we made one.
Unreal.
It's always a happy accident when that happens, where you're like, "Oh, good." And now my Rick Moranis that I've resculpted and repainted can rest, and I can have an actual Paul Reiser.
That's so.
Yeah. Paul Reiser loved that figure. He tweeted out and stuff.
Oh my God, the Harry Dean Stanton.
The
Alien.
The Brett coming out this year. This year's the 40th anniversary of Alien. It's been 40 years since 1979, and we decided to bring back some of the crew members that we haven't got. So we released Ripley before, released Dallas before, and Lambert, and now we're bringing Parker and Brett. So they'll be released this year. We're redoing the Big Chap. We're doing the Egg and Face Hugger as a pack together. We're reissuing the 22-inch Alien, the huge Big Chap. It'll be in like the original Kenner-style packaging. So it hit that nostalgia.
Really?
The blue and the red and the black. Yeah. We'll hit that nostalgia bulb for people. So yeah.
Damn, dude, that's amazing.
So yeah, I saw the one of Yaphet Kotto.
Yes, Parker
in the display case.
Yep.
Holy shit, it's like a tiny Yaphet Kotto, which I've always wanted, that you can just carry around with you everywhere.
Those characters are so iconic, and, we love to trickle in a little bit of the team. We always sell lots of Aliens and Predators, but we like to put a Dutch in there, a Hawkins in there, some of the team,
Now, you do a lot of exclusives with certain retailers, like a Walgreens exclusive or whatever.
Target.
You don't as a consumer, I don't think of Walgreens as being like the place I would go to buy toys or collectibles.
Right.
So how does that come together?
Until you're in the car with me and I go, "Can we stop at this Walgreens real quick?"
Yeah, and I'm like,
I need Tic Tacs and a toy.
Why is he always stopping at Walgreens?
That's not that far from how it goes.
Literally.
I believe it. I need a Snickers and an action figure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's, I think retailers are, after the close of Toys R Us, I think it also changed a little bit. A lot of the market was open, and Target is obviously a new thing that NECA is doing. We're in all the Targets now across the United States. And online sales keep growing and growing and growing, but other stores are interested in it too. Rite Aid is taking Godzilla soon. And, we're getting these little shelves in these places that they want to get a little merchandise now too. That Toys R Us, unfortunately,
Is
ended.
Amazon just going to come in and like give you like, hey, here's a pile of money. Only sell your stuff to us. Like, do you
I hope so.
anticipate that
Amazon have my email.
Jeff Bezos, make a call.
Yeah, please do.
He's
No.
open to your pile of money.
No, we have, the mom and pop stores are very important for all NECA product, and our comic book stores are very loyal, and they have. It's very important that we just get the merchandise out there to people as easily accessible as possible. And there's Amazon, and we have our NECA eBay store and NECA Direct store and stuff. And
That's so cool.
we just want to make sure that everybody gets the stuff. And
I shop a lot at Blast from the Past in Burbank.
Okay.
You ever been out there?
I've been to Burbank. I have not been to there. One of my good friends and teammate Trevor Zammit lives out in Burbank. So.
Where do you guys? Where do you work out of?
We are out of Union, New Jersey. So that's where it's based out of, New Jersey. So we all fly from over there on Wednesday here, set up and get it all going, and then fly back on the red eye on Sunday
So
night.
how many of these conventions do you do?
We do primarily Toy Fair and Comic-Con. Those are the big ones. This year we're doing New York Comic-Con. We do that every 2 or 3 years. It's not as big for us. But Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and Toy Fair we do every single year.
Okay.
Well, and you guys have pretty much a dedicated section in Target now.
Yes.
It's just
and
like
it's growing.
it's not even in the toy section. It's its own little like adult collector
section.
Which is kind of nice.
Yep.
That
it's in the game area, like with the Funko Pops and the Stranger Things stuff and all that. Yep.
Yeah,
that's
it's convenient because sometimes you see stuff there before it hits anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I just got the Fugitive Predator with the LED mask.
The LED head. Yeah.
And,
that's the first time we ever did that, and that was a nightmare to engineer, but we did it.
I remember the feeling of dread I got when I held that, when I was like, oh no, now I have to rebuy a bunch of different Predators because they're all going to light up now.
Absolutely.
But it was like dread and joy at the same time of like, now I have an excuse.
Deep down,
to
you want to buy it again.
Exactly. That was exactly how it went,
That's got to be such a pain in the ass to put LEDs into.
Oh my gosh,
toys
especially
and
a small head
factories.
that large. We did an LED with the Captain Fog. We released a Captain Fog retro cloth doll.
Yeah.
And Captain Blake from The Fog, John Carpenter's The Fog. And in that, they have the LEDs that light up at the end of The Fog. And we had to put the LEDs in because that's such a famous moment at the end of John Carpenter's movie when those eyes glow red and he's coming through. You see the silhouette of Rob Bottin who had the makeup on and everything. And there's never a clear photo of Rob Bottin, so I had to design what he would have looked like. And so from that design, they sculpted it, and then we put the LEDs in.
Oh my god,
yeah,
that's insane!
So,
You know who else has glowing red eyes? The Terminator.
That's right.
Get
ready to rebuy those.
I'm so ready. I've been ready since probably 95, somewhere around there.
For Terminator, they've got the new movie, the Dark Fate movie, and we've got that license, and we had the Arnold and Sarah Connor were doing those figures.
Now,
great.
NECA has other, besides Alien, you guys also have Ninja Turtles, which is completely insane.
Yes.
I went by to see some of the stuff that you guys are doing there, and you guys released a ridiculous amount of new figures.
Yes.
And then you also have other stuff that you guys do as well, like the
Batman versus Predator,
Batman versus Predator,
Superman versus Alien. That's the best Superman figure I've seen in my life.
I completely agree, and the sculptor who did that, DeGeorge, is an incredible sculptor, and that was a dream project for him to do a Superman and a Batman. And as you guys know, and most fans know, the licenses have kind of switched over this year. McFarlane is starting in January, so this allowed us a little window for releasing those. Finally,
they did Golden Girls too. Did you?
We did the Golden Girls. So,
yes, they did.
So yeah, we have a retro.
Are we getting a fucking Blossom action figure and a 6? What the hell is happening
Are
here?
you getting Joey Lawrence? Is that what you want, Steven?
Are you guys going to do a big time rush NECA set of action figures? Because
Will there be a Gustavo?
If you did, I can help you get that license. I can make
the Golden Girls was a lot of fun because it's something totally different than what we normally do from the horror stuff and Alien and Predators. And it was a lot of fun to work on because that's such a famous show, and it's the right time right now. It's making a comeback culturally. These kind of fun
How
pop
about
culture things.
Seinfeld? Will there be Seinfeld figures?
I would love to do Seinfeld. I'm a huge Seinfeld fan, Curb Your Enthusiasm fan, but they just don't want to do merch. I think that's just.
They're just like, we have enough billions.
They had
Jerry Seinfeld has money. Let's just say that.
He doesn't need your money.
They did figures a couple of years ago that were very like their arms moved or something like that, but that was about it. They weren't really. They were like toy art.
There's
you could have
and stuff, but
puffy shirt Jerry. You could have Golden Boy shirt Jerry.
You could have Kramer with the real hair.
Kramer hair. You got all that stuff.
Tim Kramer.
Elaine dancing.
That's
you could do all kinds of fun.
That's right. Kramer with the ripped suit jacket, which shows his back when he spins in.
Of course.
What's the one license that you guys don't have that you would love to be able to get?
Oh gosh. Well.
Yes, give away your negotiating position by telling us what it is.
For me, I'll say it because it will never happen. I'll say for me, I would love to do Star Wars, but Hasbro has the master license. That'll never change. And
how about you buy Hasbro? How much would that cost?
Yes.
Collect the other toy companies.
We'll need to sell a lot more exclusives.
Collect the other toy companies into yours.
I love Star Wars, and that would be a dream come true. But for us, that just won't happen, and it just is what it is. And we have enough licenses right now to make our heads spin. And right now,
will you do Orville toys? I speak wearing an Orville uniform.
You should.
Oh, yeah, this is your outfit, huh? Yeah, I've never actually seen the show. Right now I am managing with Randy, I think over 200 projects that we have going on right now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
My God.
And that's including reorders to keep the Target shelves and comic book shelves stocked, but it's also new projects that we have on the go that people haven't even heard about, seen, and stuff that we've unveiled here.
Hello, my name's Dennis Heine, and I'm here to talk to you about something that everyone struggles with, getting a good night's sleep. Are you one of the millions of people that wrestle your pillow into the right position every night?
My head isn't rectangular, so why should my pillow be?
Exactly, which is why we've taken the next obvious step in pillow evolution.
Ooh, I'm listening.
It's the buttress pillow, the pillow shaped like a butt.
Hang on, is this a real product?
You bet your sweet butt it is. The ergonomic design gently cradles your head and supports the neck.
Hey, what are we talking about? Buttress pillows? Now that is something I can get into.
I gave one to my grandson and I haven't seen him in weeks. Thanks, buttress pillow.
Finally.
So what are you waiting for? Go to thebuttress.pillow.com right now. It's your butt for the squeezing. Come get that butt.
The buttress pillow that's a butt.
Hey, Matt, before we continue chatting with this wonderful guest, we really do have a extraordinary, very fun segment that we got to do right now.
What's the segment?
Well, I'll tell you, buddy boy. The segment is called Inexpensive Holiday Gifts.
Oh, cool. Is there a jingle for the segment?
There is. You want to hear it?
Yeah, of course I want
All
to
right,
hear
here we go. Inexpensive holiday gifts, inexpensive holiday gifts, inexpensive holiday gifts. You can buy them because they're inexpensive.
Wow, that was really good, actually.
Thank you very much.
I didn't think it was going to be that good.
All right, here's the segment. Matt, what is an inexpensive holiday gift? What is a good inexpensive holiday gift, buddy?
Pack of gum.
Pack of gum. That is correct. That is an inexpensive holiday gift. Have you ever gotten somebody a pack of gum, Matt?
I bought an ex-girlfriend a pack of gum. Well, a whole bunch of packs of gum for Christmas.
And that's why she's an ex-girlfriend. Here's another fun inexpensive holiday gift is a pair of socks. You ever get a pair of socks for Christmas?
Socks and underwear like every year for Christmas.
Every time I get socks for Christmas, I throw them in the trash. Because that's a terrible gift. You know what is a great inexpensive holiday gift this year, and this is the first time I've ever seen one of these. It absolutely blew my mind. Anyone can afford this, and they can get it for someone that they love, and it will blow their mind in half. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about from Bliss Lights, the brand new Starport.
I'm in based on the name alone.
Right?
That sounds... Who doesn't want a Starport? I'll buy anything called a Starport.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you're thinking, What's a starport?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. So Bliss Lights makes these laser light show lights where you like plug it in and then it lights up your whole house and turns your house into like basically what a theme park looks like.
They have ones for like inside and ones for outside. They got a thing that goes on a Christmas tree. They had all kinds of stuff. It's really cool.
Bliss Lights is responsible for designing the laser light shows for like every single theme park in the world.
Yeah.
These guys make it for the biggest of the biggest guys. And they also make them for your home, which is so cool. But
and now they make the starport, which is for the space station?
Well, no. So here's what a starport is. It is literally a laser light show that plugs into your USB. So you can have it anywhere. You don't need to plug it in the wall. You plug it into a USB and it will literally throw all these laser lights all over your room. It's so cool.
You can plug it in like a computer or even if I have one of those like little portable power banks with USB on it, I can plug it in that.
You know what? I did it. I have a portable power bank and I used it, and it is so neat. It looks like what you would even. It's cooler than a lightsaber, and that's saying a lot from me. All right, and they come in red, green, and blue, and you can walk around with it and just throw a laser light show anywhere you want to throw one. You can have one in the bathroom, in your bedroom, out while you're taking your dog for a walk. Well, you can have one in the car when you're driving people around. I mean,
you probably shouldn't do it inside the car while you're driving. That's why
try
your driving record is what it is, Steve.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You should absolutely go check it out. Use the code nighttime, and that'll get you a discount on there, which is really cool. It's a great promo. So use promo code nighttime for a discount, and check it all out right now at blisslights.com. We're talking about blisslights.com. It's blisslights.com, and look up that starport.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, here we go. Let's get back to the show. Do you have a West Coast office or a West Coast?
No, we have a warehouse here, but we just do everything out of New Jersey and on our phones and on our laptops and back and forth from
So
here
now,
to China.
when you make a toy, like let's say a Walgreens exclusive, how many physical action figures get made?
Well, it just depends. It depends what it is. So, is it exclusive to just the store, or is it an exclusive like a Comic-Con exclusive would be much more limited? So if it's exclusive to a store, it'll just be sold at that store, but the quantity won't be
You can still make
small.
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, but it's just you go to that store to buy it.
But if you make a Comic-Con exclusive, that's like 1,000, or
that's in the thousands. It's not like a mass-produced thing, because we sell some online, but we want to keep just enough for the people here. We don't want to overmake, because then we're stuck with it. We don't want to sell it afterwards to people, because it's a Comic-Con exclusive. So we want to be fair to fans. So we find a rough estimate, and the finance people, the company, know what that is over the years of experience of releasing them. And it just depends on what it is. We're going to have more turtle sets than we have the John Kreese Cobra Kai figure, from Karate Kid.
Sure.
So, it depends what it is, and depends what the market value is there.
And the turtle set has sold out like
the turtle set
every day.
Oh my gosh, it's been insane. The lineups have been crazy. It's hard to even manage the lines. We had it doubled up. It was around the Mattel food court area. It was back against the wall. Yesterday we sold out. We have an allotment every day of turtle sets, right? Because we try to keep it fair for everybody, that everybody kind of has a chance in the morning. So the allotment was there, and we sold out in 35 minutes yesterday, and today we sold the final batch in 20 minutes.
Oh my God!
And it was just insane.
So how many of those were made and sold?
How many? Gosh, I'm not given the numbers. That's the finance people or whatever. But let's say it's within the couple thousand, and it'll just go.
Just like
So will they be available tomorrow?
No,
Sunday?
they're sold out for good. They are sold out for good, gone forever. We even sold the two in the display case.
Mike, do you need a tissue to wipe your tears now?
I'm sorry. He got one.
Oh, you got one.
I saw him 2 times in the line. He's there too. He was at least twice.
Are you allowed to collect other stuff, or
me personally?
Yeah,
of course.
Is there
Why
a
would
coolness? Well, no, I just mean like
I get judged for some of it.
Yeah.
I get judged for some of it, but at NECA,
What is your
I don't know if
guilty
you've ever.
pleasure that you're collecting right now? That's the real question.
Oh gosh,
Bionic 6.
I'll.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I am not a big fan of the recent sequels of the Star Wars films.
Sure.
And I bought a Sith Trooper Hot Toys today, so
Okay,
that
there
is
you
my
Dude, I was
guilty
looking last night. I
pleasure.
watched this video that this guy Dan, he does these Toy Galaxy videos.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! I watched Toy Galaxy and the Fwoosh. Those are the two I watched.
Yeah.
And Toy Galaxy did a thing on Hot Toys. Best Hot Toys ever, basically, because he never covers Hot Toys. He does NECA all the time.
Yes.
But Hot Toys he always leaves out because they're so much more expensive. They're,
Right.
in the thousands. A lot of them are so much money.
Yeah.
So he was doing like top 10 Hot Toys, and I was going through it, and I saw the Hulkbuster.
Oh,
and
boy.
the Hulkbuster is so big that you can fit a
Hot Toys
an
in it.
actual Hot Toys Iron Man inside of it to like run the suit, basically,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, if I'm ever gonna buy one, I should buy that. I should take a look and see how much it is. And I looked at it, was $2,000.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was
And then
like,
you have to get the
and then
Iron Man to put in it.
And I threw my phone out the window. It's like, this is no use to me.
No
Just threw it out the
need.
window. Done.
Going back to the collection stuff, we're at NECA. We're toy guys. We're not just NECA guys. We love all kinds of toys. People collect vintage at NECA. We love toys to the end, and we get the new stuff, vintage stuff. And at NECA, I don't know if you've ever seen photos of the studio, but on everyone's desk, they're surrounded by their personal collection.
I love that.
So when they're sculpting and when they're fabricating the accessories and sculpting the figures, they're surrounded by their inspiration, what they love, what they collect. There's Star Wars, there's Mattel stuff, there's whatever. At the end of the day, we're toy guys, and we want to give the best toys out there from our licenses to people to collect too.
Well, it's great that you make things that look like they should really look. Like you make things that really look like the characters.
Absolutely.
Because some of them are more abstract. that I've seen.
Stylized.
And you're
yep.
just, I look at them like, well, how is that supposed to be that thing? I don't know. But I'm not a toy guy.
We
I
go
am.
down to the extreme detail. We will look at the absolute. We'll zoom right into the reference, down to the color of Michael Myers' jumpsuit from H1 to H2. Halloween 2, it's slightly
slight
more
shade
green,
different, yeah.
and that's implemented. If there's a shading on his neck or a little needle puncture in the side of the mask from H1 because they reused the mask, we know that and we put that into the figure. So we do all the research and we make sure we know everything going into each thing to make the best and most accurate product we can.
You're like, that's Pantone 836.
That's absolutely right.
Let's shift it to Pantone 834, and then we'll be accurate.
Right.
There you
That's
go.
exactly
I
right.
remember a deep cut on the Aliens figures as the Bill Paxton figure.
Yep.
I saw it in one shot in the movie. On the back of his helmet is an 8-ball
Yes.
mixed in with the camouflage.
Yes.
And I'm watching the movie and I see that for the first time, and I've been watching the movie for years.
Yeah.
And I go, I wonder. And I go over to my NECA figure and I was like, there's that fucking 8-ball.
There it is, yeah.
Holy shit.
Damn.
We get all the little deco on there. The heart
Yeah.
on the heart on Hicks's armor and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. all
What
the-
is
We try to do it all.
What's the all-time biggest seller that you guys have made? What's the number one thing you've ever made
Oh,
where it's sold the
gosh.
most?
There's a couple of them. We have constant reorders on Jason figures. So Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th,
Oh, yeah.
Part 3 and Part 4 is huge. And Chucky, the ultimate Chucky from Child's Play.
That shit is terrifying.
Yeah, that's been huge. And most recently, the Pennywise It. Absolutely.
Oh, your
huge.
Pennywise It is so cool. And here's why it's cool, Matt,
Yep.
is it comes with like multiple heads.
Yeah.
You guys really
We've done
started
4
the multiple
versions
heads
now.
thing
Oh,
because
yeah.
now everyone's like, oh, it comes with multiple heads.
Does it
and
come with
hands.
multiple dead children?
But sold
Some
separately.
of them do.
Sold separately.
Like
There's a
the
little
Friday
hand.
the 13th ones, they come with dead children, which is
cool.
terrifying.
There was
The,
the Ash versus Evil Dead with the 2 Deadite kids in there,
Absolutely.
yeah, you guys really.
But that Chucky, that ultimate Chucky, where they not only throw in like monster and jacked up Chucky heads, they had the good guy head,
The good guy doll.
and a little good guy box with a plastic window in it
Yes, so
to
you can
put him
recreate
in.
it.
You know,
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
The ultimate format is, Randy Falk, our head of NECA, basically, leader of product development, my boss, created the ultimate format, and which was brilliant because we could use some older figures or make some newer figures, throw in multiple heads and accessories, make a nice window box packaging with original art on the front, and people go nuts over it. Even if they had maybe the version from before, from 4 or 5 years ago, they'll get it because it's updated deco, more heads, more accessories. We try to jam pack it with everything that we can. because we really believe in value for the customer.
Yeah.
You know, if you're paying, let's say, $25 for an Ultimate figure, $26.99 or $27.99, we want you to have as much as possible. We want to cover the whole film. So for Chucky, for instance, we had the Chucky doll, which is a smaller figure. So we're like, all right, let's load him up from weapons, from Chucky 1 to 3, and let's give him all the different looks,
all the different
4
scars
heads
and all
from
that,
1
yeah.
to 3.
And all the weapons
Brilliant.
are weapons
It's a
he
brilliant
actually
idea.
used. It's
Weapons
not
he
just
actually used.
weapons. It's like the good guy
Absolutely.
ruler.
So,
and like,
which
you
is
know.
one of the problems I have with Black Series Star Wars is they go, oh yeah, here's a cool here's Hammerhead or something. You're like, oh cool, and he comes with a gun he never had, and he comes with some other bullshit, and they do that constantly with their stuff, where they're like, oh yeah, here's a thing with a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, question
I don't
for
want
you.
that.
We've asked your bestsellers. Now, have you ever got a figure, you made this thing, you're like, this is the coolest thing ever. I can't wait to release this. And then the public just was like, nah. Like, has there been anything where you're amazed
Hard
that the toy fans were just like, no, that's not for us? Like, has there been anything like that where you're like, you
Perhaps
put your
I
heart
could-
and soul into it, and they're just like, no, we don't want it. Yeah.
So you're not fired. I could answer that for you.
Yeah.
Would that help?
Go ahead.
Planet of the Apes is probably
that a thing
the
that-
big one?
Well, you know, with Planet of the Apes, it was a great toy line. I loved it.
I think
thought it was
everybody
fantastic.
loved it. We just didn't buy it. Because I saw them and I was like, these are awesome. But it was a little before my time
Exactly.
as a thing.
That's
you know?
what it is. That's,
Yeah.
you hit the nail on the head, Mike. It was a little too late. And you know, if you go past a certain age group and a certain time in history with films, you lose the buyer. You know, 1968 is before Star Wars. That's over 50 years ago, and so you're losing the collector market, which is hitting their 30s, 40s, 50s right now.
Yeah.
And
30s, 40s, and 50s.
30s, 40s, and 50s who have cash to spend, who have the nostalgia, and they want to remember the good times. They want to remember their family and, you know, what it was like then. And the 68 Planet of the Apes was just past
So
that
there will
point.
be no George M. Cohan action figure coming from NECA.
No George
George
Taylor. We did a retro cloth one of that, but you know, some of the licenses that we've had have just been tied to movies that have not done so well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if the movie doesn't do so
the toys
well,
won't,
the toys won't really do well.
I was just talking about
Why was there not a huge amount of Avatar toys sold when Avatar was the biggest grossing film of all time at the time? There were not a lot of Avatar merch that I
Well,
remember.
I have a question for you then. Is Avatar a phenomenal film? Is that why it was such a big office hit, or was it the 3D thing? That's
Yes,
why
it's a
people
phenomenal
went?
film. To answer that question, yes.
I think you're incorrect. I'm actually siding with him on this. That it's like
Was it the hype?
I would rather watch Terminator 2 any day of the week compared to Avatar.
Well, here's the problem with
Any
that
day.
is Matt Walker is actually half redhead, half Avatar.
Pandoran?
Yeah, he is Pandoran. So much so that we
Awesome.
had to go to his homeland of Pandora at Animal Kingdom instead of
We were in
enjoying
Florida.
ourselves
Oh,
in
at-
Florida.
I made him go to Disney's Animal Kingdom so I could go to Pandora. They have a machine there that scans your face.
Yep.
And I think they 3D print it, and then they make you an
into one of-
avatar.
oh, wow.
So I have that. That's like my one action figure.
Well,
So you're
it's-
excited for 2, 3, and 4.
I can't
coming
wait
next year.
Oh, I can't wait. And they're making 5, 2, 3,
They're
4, and
making
5. Yeah.
See, James Cameron's a busy man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's 3D printed in the way those Star Wars 12-inch Target figures were 3D printed, where it's
They got 100
it's a-
different heads in the back. They just pull the ones
It's like a
closest.
bulbous head that they slap a sticker of your face on, and we 3D printed a stormtrooper for you.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You know?
Yeah. You know, at NECA, we want to stick to what sells, obviously. It's a company at the end of the
Right,
day,
of
and
course.
it's a company that wants to continue, and we want to focus on the best products out there, the best merch out there, and, you know, Aliens are approaching 70-something,
Yeah.
Predators at 100, which is unbelievable. We're talking, like, over 10 years of
Yeah.
working on these
Do
things.
you ever think to yourself, like, are they gonna keep buying these Predators? Like, how many can we come out with? Like,
Yeah.
we got 100 of them now. How many more Predators can we make?
Yeah.
Every frame of the movie is a different Predator now.
Yeah.
Is that what we gotta
Well,
do?
and
or-
what's funny is even at this point, 100 Predators in, go on any message board and people
are still like,
fighting
"I
over
want
which
this other
Predator gets
Predator."
made next.
There's hundreds more to
You
do.
know.
Not only do we focus on the films,
You got the
with
comics
the
and all that
comics,
stuff,
we got
yeah.
the comics and we got
The
the art
sequels
and
and everything, yeah.
and the sequels and whatever Predator movie they made next. We did all the Predators from the last film. We did even the emissary Predators, which were the concept Predators or the deleted scenes from the film.
Yeah.
These kind of camo.
You should do an
army
action
Predators.
figure of Olivia Wilde, just upset with the movie and the choices of everyone involved.
with her gun at the end, and she jumped on. So.
All right, we got to wrap things up. Tell
all right.
everybody where they can find you if they want to come find you
If
somewhere.
they wanna
Or
find
NECA.
me,
Or NECA.
NECA booth 3145 at San Diego Comic-Con, and you can find us, of course, on Facebook, NECA, and the official Twitter, NECA_toys. Randy Falk runs that himself. And there's the NECA Instagram, NECA official.
And your
amazing.
NECA Designs, is that what you said, man? Earlier?
I'm NECA Dios.
NECA
Dios on Instagram.
NECA Dios.
Ooh, I'm looking at that right
NECA
now.
Dios. NECA Dios. Dioramas Dios.
I love it.
Somebody said to me, it's NECA Dios. I said, no. NECA God.
Dios.
NECA Dios. But no, it's
NECA
NECA
Dios.
NECA Dios. So,
All right, what about you, Mr. Mike Black? Where can people get you?
Well, I have my constant campaign to have NECA make a Clarence Boddicker figure with a sound chip in it. So just follow me at bitchesleave.com.
Bitches.
But I'm on all social media at Mike Black Attack.
okay.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Need it. This is the one I was talking about.
Yes, Stephen, can you finish the show before
All right. Oh, you can always get me at Stephen. Oh, Matt Walker. Did you put a thing in, you bastard?
No, you were paying attention. All right, you can catch me at links to everything at funnymatt.com. Or if you are one of these people who hates Avatar, I will tell you something to get you to leave me messages at mattwalkersucks.com. I'll tell you, I would rather watch Avatar than any Marvel movie ever made.
I might agree with that. I'm a
Rat
decent-
bastard. You can always get me at Stephen Glickman, STPHEN Glickman on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the Nighttime Show podcast. We love you. We need you. You guys are the best. And thank you for so much for being here,
Thank you,
Stefan.
guys. This was
is
great.
so cool. Canadian brothers for life.
Oh, Canada.
NECA all the way. Thanks for listening to the show, guys.